you for watching. Today's video is going to be about love and how to express it effectively to your spouse. So a couple of years ago, I read about a concept called the 5 languages of love, and it's a theory that was developed by Gary Chapman, and he has a book called the 5 languages of love, which I've linked below. And in his theory, he talks about how to effectively show your love to your partner. In our relationships, we learn how to express our love through our upbringing, our background. So if you look at your own relationship, it's more than likely that you and your partner were probably brought up in 2 different homes, which makes it difficult to understand and experience love the same. How you express love and how you receive love is kind of described in languages. For example, if you were brought up in a house that only spoke Spanish and your partner was brought up in a house that only spoke English, if you both communicated in your own language without considering the other person, you would never be able to understand each other or really accept what the other person is trying to tell you. In order to increase communication and connection and love within your relationship, it's important to speak the other person's language, not the language that you were brought up speaking in terms of love. So what I'm going to do now is going to go through the 5 languages of love, and I'm going to explain each one, and maybe you can identify which language you were brought up with, which language you feel most loved in, and you can also, most importantly, see how you can show your partner how they like to feel loved. The first language I want to talk about is words of affirmation. Words of affirmation are words of encouragement. They are words that build the other person up. With this love language, you feel most loved when the person is praising you or encouraging you in the work you've done, how you look, what you've done for the other person. With the language of words of affirmation, you need your partner to build you up. You need your partner to tell you nice things, and that actually makes you feel important, it makes you feel loved, and it makes you feel appreciated. So if you're a person that is with a partner that has words of affirmation as their love language, it's important to always be conscious of the compliments that you're giving them, and anytime they do something that you appreciate them, to let them know, because this is how they feel closer to you, and this is how you can build connections more effectively that they'll be able to receive and feel loved. So the second love language is acts of service. What this means is that you feel most love when your partner is doing things that make you feel appreciated. They're more actions rather than words. For example, if your partner enjoys receiving massages, if you want to show them love, you'll give him that service of giving him a massage. If he likes to be served, dinner on the table, you would do that to make them feel loved, because that's how they feel appreciated. A person that feels this type of love language or speaks this type of love language feels that actions speak louder than words. So you can tell them as much as you want how great they are, but they won't feel that love or appreciation unless you're giving them the service that they enjoy or they feel appreciated with. Now, I do want to make a comment on this, that in speaking this love language, it's not something that you feel forced to do. So it's not something that your husband or your wife forces you to do for them, but something that you do out of your own will to show them they are loved, because this is how they feel appreciated. Third love language is receiving gifts. So this person feels most loved when things are given to them. They see love as a symbol that is tangible. So it's not an action, it's not a verbal affirmation, but this is more of a symbol of love. So things that are given to the person shows them that you're thinking of them, that you love them, that you appreciate them. So it's important to also remember that if you are in this category, or you know a person who is in this category or in this love language, it is not someone who needs expensive gifts. The concept of gift giving is more the symbol that the gift represents. So if you give a gift to someone that has a lot of thought and meaning behind it, whether it's something that costs you very little or a lot, it's more on the thought that went behind it. Gifts usually have a really special symbol for this person, and many times they save a lot of the things that are meaningful in the relationship. The fourth love language is a quality time together. A person in this category needs to spend time with their significant other to be able to feel that love and that connection within the relationship. If you're in this category, or if your partner is in this category, it's important to know that quality time means spending time with that person alone. So it doesn't mean spending time with that person in a group. It means spending time with that person one-on-one and really giving that person 100% of your attention. So by 100% of your attention, I mean that you should not have your television on, your phone shouldn't be on. Well, they can be on, but you shouldn't be on them. So you can't be giving attention to a conversation plus be on the phone at the same time. This person, in order to count this as quality time, needs to be giving attention 100% when you put this quality time aside. When you are spending time together, or when you are spending that quality time together, it needs to be genuine, and you genuinely need to be interested in what you guys are doing at the moment in the time that you're spending together. So if you're having a conversation, it has to be a conversation that helps you both grow, and a conversation that you both are interested in and allows you to feel that you're being appreciated, that you're being loved, and you're having a deep connection with that person. So you need to have connections like this probably daily for this person to feel that you care for them, you love for them, or to feel that appreciation. The fifth and final love language is physical touch. Physical touch allows us to communicate emotional love and feel closer to each other. This person needs constant touch and expressions of love physically. So hugs, kisses, holding hands, being together, and having that physical touch allows that person to really feel the connection between you and your partner. So holding hands, kissing, hugging, and having sex, things like that really help that person feel connected to you more than the average couple. So the person that has this as their love language needs that constant reminder, or that constant touching, to feel connected to you. So the way you can show this daily is making sure you have, one good kiss a day, making sure you say hello and goodbye by a kiss every day, making sure you hug every day, and having those conscious connections, or those constant physical touches throughout the day, helps that person feel loved and appreciated. This person, if you're having an argument and you hold hands, it helps them bring their guard down and be more present and connected when there is physical touch. So those are the 5 languages of love. And it's important to know that we all need part of all 5 within our relationship to help us feel loved. But one of them is most important, or most prominent, in helping us feel connected and appreciated by the other person. So if your language may be physical touch, that doesn't mean that you don't need words of affirmation, time spent together, gifts, and all of that. You still need all the rest of those love languages, but your love language is the one that helps you feel most loved and most connected. So that's the one that's most prominent. You can also have 2 love languages if you were maybe brought up with 2 different types of expressions of love, or it may balance the other one out when you're not receiving one. So I do want to give an example of having 2 love languages, or being different, or having to make a lot of effort in having to express your love languages when you both have different love languages, or you're so different. An example is me and my husband. We are like night and day. We're so different in our personalities and what we like, what we don't like, that expressing our love doesn't come as natural because we're so different. So for example, his love language is acts of service, and mine is words of affirmation and physical touch. So I need those 2. If I can have one, I want the other, and he needs those acts of service. They don't come natural. I have to really work hard sometimes to really feel like I want to serve him, or want to do things for him to make him feel appreciated. But when I do, it helps him feel loved, and it helps him grow closer to me. And in turn, he's able to also express his love for me in the language that I can understand. So in order to be able to tell which love language you feel most connected to, or which one you feel most loved or appreciated, it's important to really examine yourself, examine the type of person you are, examine your relationship, and how you feel closer to your partner. Love languages, especially if you're the one expressing the love towards the other person, it's not going to come natural. It is going to take effort. It's going to take conscious thinking about it. It means that you're going to put yourself aside. In expressing love, it is a selfless action, and it has nothing to do with how you feel love, but you expressing the love towards the other person. So it has to do about your partner. So you are putting yourself aside in order to help your partner feel loved. So like I said, it might not come naturally, but in doing this daily or having daily efforts of expressing the love language to your spouse that they can understand, you're able to really grow closer and build this really good foundation. So when you have those difficult arguments, those difficult times, it helps you already have a close foundation, knowing how the other person feels appreciated. So you're able to do these small acts to really strengthen the base of your relationship. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys in being able to understand your partner and understand how you express love and how you receive love. I hope this strengthens your marriage and helps you grow closer and connect better with each other. If you have any questions, go ahead and email me or leave the questions in the comments below and let me know what love language you and your partner have. Maybe that way we can all share how we feel loved and how we feel connected to our relationship. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.